Oh, hey, look, there's that guy on the screen. Yeah, he's in your ear right now. And you're wondering, should you get up? Yes, it's time to get up because the Friday loop has begun. There we go. Yes, sirree. Oh, we've had an awesome week of shows and we're ending it. Ending? What the hell? Andersen's like, Bilous, we're not ending. We're just getting started. We are just getting started. It's Friday. Mornings in the Lab with Keith Bilous. Over there is Jon Andersen. And over there is CMarty Fit. And just over there, Christina Flynn. Producer Flynn's back from dropping off the kids at school. And we have a guest today. We have a superstar guest today. Michael De La Oya is joining us. We're talking side hustle. We're talking, he's the CEO of a big podcast network. We don't talk podcasts here on the show because we do live shows. We're live conversations here morning in the lab, 8 o'clock Eastern time. If you're getting your day started right now and you go into a job and you're thinking, hey, I want to make a little bit extra cash, or you have a little hobby, or you have some fun you want to do, today is the show you want to tune into because we're going to teach you how. We're going to teach you how to embrace the idea of the side hustle.
It's not Friday. It's just another day that we kick ass.
I know, that's exactly what you said
I'm
too.
like, someone's dead. Someone is dead. You can't call a millennial. I'm telling you. You immediately assume someone's dead.
If you're going to an event somewhere across the state and you're like, hey, I need a clean shitter. I want to go sit in a nice air-conditioned or heated place. You got to go knock on David Sauer's door. We're working on a contest. I'm one of those old school radio listen and win shows. So we're working on this whole premise that you check into the show in the first 15 minutes and we might get some cash. Erectile dysfunction affects more than 30 million men in the United States and hundreds of millions worldwide. While there are many causes, research suggests being overweight or struggling with obesity can increase your risk of erectile dysfunction by 30 to 90%. A recent study found, Christina, that aerobic exercise can significantly improve erectile dysfunction and in some cases completely reverse the condition. The only morning show that helps you guys get your day started every single day.
Most people know what serotonin is. It's a feel-good drug. It makes us feel, we feel okay. Helps us deal with challenges, helps us deal with anxiety and stress. Basically, everybody thinks it comes through the brain, which it does, but the lion's share comes from the gut.
Brain, gut health, erectile dysfunction is all connected. And our ambition here on the show is to help you guys start thinking about it. Are you a prisoner of your own mind? Your thoughts, they might seem rational to you, but more often, in my experience, more often than not, they're just fear dressed up as logic. The difference between winning and staying stuck is trusting your gut over those doubts that perpetuate through your brain. Because your gut, I'm telling you, your gut knows what your mind won't. It won't admit that beyond safety, there's abundance. We drop it every single day. Around the 15-minute mark of the show, something to get you guys out of bed to not hit the fucking snooze button. The only morning show to help you guys get your day started, get your ass out of bed and help prevent the snooze button. He's gone from 4 to 180 shows on the platform, Marty. He's won, Johnny, the guy's won over 70, not 69, not 71, over 70 podcasting awards. We are redefining male masculinity here in the lab because you know what? We talk everything about shafts to emotions and men's crying all week. It moved me because you know what it did? It showed this human being their authentic self and just truly just being a real authentic human with a big heart. We are building a show to redefine masculinity and everybody's welcome. We don't care what color you are. We don't care what gender you are. You don't care who you sleep with. We want you to be your true self and we want you to come to the lab and hang out with us.
Don't you want everybody happy with themselves?
I believe we all have male and female components in all of us, no matter what our gender is.
My goal here is when I wake up is to work on redefining masculinity across the world right now because it's become fucked, frankly.
It's 2024, so if you want to show your true identity or you want to be yourself, now is the time to do it. It's the most accepted it's ever been, ever.
Whether you're choosing to go from a man to a woman to a man, there's 1,000 choices you could make that's going to really help you see who loves you and who doesn't.
A few weeks ago I was in Japan, so
yeah, baby.
If you treat the gym like a punishment, it's going to feel like a punishment. Your strength is your freedom, so it's going to help you move better, it's going to help you feel better, and live a fuller.
Did you know that 44% of Americans report having a side hustle?
I don't know why, but let's go try and do it. And they did it. I've gotten 4 out there public. I'm trying to learn a new skill at 55 years of age. And you have to be disciplined. And discipline then affects everything else you do in life.
You're going to suck when you start. Okay. And you got to embrace the suck. If you're going to do it for a while, you're going to suck a little bit less. And then one day you're not going to suck. And then after that, you might be good.
Another key component of my personal philosophy is just, if I want to go do something, I'm going to fumble, bumble, and stumble my way through it. Meaning you only learn through your failures and for the suckiness. You're dealing with my early songs may have had 4 or 5 tracks. The newer ones are hitting like 25 to 30. So the music is getting deeper. You're adding more flavor to it. You can have too many, and that can deter from your main thing. And my main thing, obviously, is my family and the business. Listen, it's not torching the charts, but I've had 35,000 streams in 2 months, which isn't too bad.
I've gained so much knowledge in different industries that I decided to use the knowledge for myself in a business. I just get so scatterbrained that I want to do everything. Problem is focused.
If you have a passion, listen, we're not all going to be neurosurgeons, brain surgeons. But if you have a passion for, this is a great example, grab onto your passions in life and to your interests and just dig deep. It's just dig deep on the creativity and you'll find what you want to do in life.
Our brains are literally programmed to scan our surroundings and pick out the threats and the problems. That's what kept us alive. If we weren't programmed to see that stuff, we were going to get eaten for lunch. Your brain doesn't have the ability to be stressed out and grateful at the same time, which means you have the ability to wake up and put yourself on the right side of the bed every day.
Get your ass out of bed, get your ass going. It's 7:48 Central Time, mornings in the lab, and we're talking side hustle, turning your passion into a profit.
This year we'll do something like 320 shows, close to 34 million downloads. But it was the passion that fed us, because the early days, again, we were fumbling, stumbling, and bumbling our way through it.
I got out of college and I had zero intention of getting a job. Zero. I didn't go to college because I was going to use a degree to go to work. I went to college because it gave me 5 more years to pursue my dreams is what I am never, for the rest of my life, going to do something that I don't enjoy for me. Yeah. And that was profound. That changed my life in ways that I can't even explain. Just remember, there's another layer to this. Once you get to that next layer, you will have changed your life in ways that most people can't even comprehend.
It's coming at a unique time in my life where I'm literally holding on to a rocket ship with fingernails, and that being probably one of the fastest growing independent podcast networks in the United States. And what she doesn't know is that I actually follow her down the street in my car every day to make sure that she gets to her school. I turned one page, it was a full fucking face looking back at me like a 3D face. I'm like, holy shit, this is real.
Jon.
If you don't have the balls to ask for it, you're never going to get it. Come on, people. Have some stones. Tell the world what you want. Don't chase the dollar. Chase the feeling. Chase the dollar will come if you get good enough at chasing that feeling.
Michael is an award-winning CEO of Evergreen Podcasts, and on the side, the guy's an award-winning EDM DJ as well. He's making great tunes on the side.
I would never say fully table it. I think, listen, life is going to give you moments in time where you're not going to be able to focus on that. That's just the facts of life. However, if your goal is to be a writer or a chef, then you need to go realize those passions.
Kids don't give a shit what you say. They care what you do. So if you want to teach your kid, if you really want to give your kid the gift of life, he's got to watch you pursue your shit.
We're actually going to sell Jon Andersen head stickers for people to put them on their eggs in the fridge. My dad dropped out of the 9th grade, then reinvented himself professionally in his 40s and made it big as a realtor.
We've democratized technologies so that you can actually go do these things. Listen, 15 years ago, could I put out an album? No, because it just wasn't a viable way. And the world is such that to be an entrepreneur, it's the best time to be an entrepreneur and to have a side hustle because the technologies are out there to make it happen for you.
They don't quite make it, but they end up getting a job in the back office of a pro sports team, or they end up working for Paramount Pictures, and they're still involved in what they love.
What we like to do on LinkedIn, there's so many awesome creators out there these days and people doing great work and looking for recognition and not even looking for recognition, frankly. But there's so many great humans doing such good work. Jay is an expert in differentiation and storytelling. He helps experts and brands stand out by developing impactful intellectual property and resonating deeply with their audience.
Find something that allows you to maintain that creativity, that is aligned with what you're doing, hopefully pays you to learn, which is what I'm getting on this show. You need to find a path, one that's your own, and two, that's actually aligned with models like Jay, saying, this is actually how it works for me, and these are some learnings you can take from it.
People can go in the workplace and act like they're extroverted. You can act extroverted at the grocery store, at the gym. You can somehow be someone who you're not.
The only thing that's holding any of us back is fear. You're going to find out a lot more success than you would ever thought imaginable.
As I developed my 24-hour loop, as I developed my routines and my patterns and my habits, that's what gives me the strength to be an extrovert. If I wake up and I don't do my shit, you're going to see a very different person.
You have to be an extrovert, like Christina said, especially in the entrepreneur world.
If you're feeling that sense of I don't belong, you belong here. Because I'm hoping you're going to come here and here's some things that Jon says. Here's some things that Marty says. And here's something that I see or Christina says. And you know what? It's going to give you a little bit of confidence to maybe not feel like you have to be extroverted, but maybe just give you that confidence to be yourself. If you're being too introverted or somebody says you're being too introverted, no, you're being yourself. They just haven't given you a safe space to be yourself. We're figuring shit out every day, building the plane as we fly. And I can tell you right now, Michael, every single day, the plane's going higher. The content's getting better. The audience is tuning in more and people are hanging out with us and having a lot of fun. The morning loop starts Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern time next week. No weekend coming up, boys. Keep your habits happening.